Hi guys, it's me. I'm back. A few weeks ago, I told you about my why, about Veterans Village that I absolutely love, and it has a huge place in my heart, and that is my goal. That's where I see myself in 10 years, 15 years, however long it takes, but I'm going to get there. But I told you then that I would come back and I'd let you know about my side gig. I have my own business, and you see a lot of side businesses out there that people run from social media, and that's what I'm going to tell you about mine. First, I'm going to give you a little bit of my backstory, let you know how I was introduced to these products. You hear my little girl snorting. A few years ago, probably about a little over 3 years ago, my husband and I, we go out on the water, and a lot of us have boats, and we raft up together and we chit chat, and it's our place to go and to be zen and have fun and try to get away the week stress. So this is where we were, and a bunch of us were together, and one of my friends was coming around, and she was putting sunscreen on everybody because we try to take care of each other, make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do. And was never really a huge sunscreen advocate. I am 53 years old, and from probably the earliest pictures that I have seen of me on a boat was 18 months. But I'm sure my dad and my grandparents had me out on the boat even earlier than that. But my grandmother was a huge advocate of the sun. She loved the sun. She loves being in the sun. So she taught me very early age how to get that beautiful dark deep tan was baby oil, and if you wanted to knock it up another notch, you would baby oil and iodine. So I laid out. Grew up in Maryland, and Maryland doesn't usually get warm enough to be in the water until at least June. But as soon as the snow was melted and gone, and we had enough of a warm day, and the sun was out, I was out laying in the sun. So I was a sun goddess, and then we used to come down to Florida every year and spend the whole summer with my grandparents. So we were in the sun all summer long. And my mom would tell us, she would always look for us coming off the airplane back home. She would be looking for my brother and I, the two little teddy bears, because we were teddy bear brown. We were really, really brown. So I've always loved being tan and bronzed, and I don't know, it's something really fun about it. It makes me feel good. But sun causes damage to your skin, and as I got older, I noticed I had a lot of really dark brown on my face. And as a teenager, I didn't didn't have any real skin issues. So I was very, very lucky. But I also was that ding dong typical teen that if all my friends were wearing it, then I must have to wear it. So I would pile on the foundation and the mascara and the eyeliner and all that stuff that my skin and my face really didn't need, because there was just that natural beautiful skin underneath, but I covered it anyway. But the one skin issue I have always is hereditary. My mom has it, my sister has it, and it's also has to do with allergies as well. Is I had dark circles under my eyes, and that was the biggest thing I was trying to cover. So I would put some really, really light concealer on and pack that in, and then that looked retarded because I had these really bright circles. I had to even out my face, so that means I had to put on more foundation so I could even everything out. And it was a vicious cycle, so just cover. Well, my girlfriend was out, and she was putting on sunscreen, people, and it was a brand I had never seen before. And I was asking her, and she said, well, this is my new business. And I said, you're in the sunscreen business? She said, no, I am a consultant for a skincare company. And I was like, okay. So I put the sunscreen on, and it worked, and I was, that was great. I said, well, do you all have anything for dark circles? Because I've tried everything, and I try it for a while, and then I throw it away because nothing ever worked. And you go back to concealer. She said, absolutely. She said, it's for dark circles and fine lines. Well, fine lines I had too, because I've been wearing contacts since I was 16 years old, and constantly pulling down on this skin here, which is very delicate. It's going to cause wrinkles. I said, sign me up. I will try the eye cream. And what's, one more thing to throw away. I wasn't really hopeful, but I thought I could give it a shot. Well, within probably 2 to 3 weeks, I noticed the little lines were just diminishing, and I didn't have to put on so much concealer. And I was really, really intrigued. And I was like, this is amazing, because I, at this point, am using foundation because I had tanned my face so much that I had a brown streak here. It looked, like permanent bronzer. And I had brown here. It looked like mutton chops on both sides. So it looked like I had 5 o'clock shadow and I needed to shave. So I said, well, I really, really love the eye cream. Is there something else that you all have? And I explained just what I explained to you guys. She said, yeah, absolutely. We have a regimen. It's called Reverse. And I was like, okay. I knew the eye stuff works. So I figured, well, and she started talking to me, and she's doing this business, and she really loved it, and she was making some money at it, and this was her plan B to her plan A, and she wanted to retire debt free. So I was like, wow, I never really thought of being my own business person. I mean, I go to work every day, and I have that stuff, the benefits and all that covered that. So I talked to my husband about it, and he said, if you really want to give it a shot, I got your back. So I called her, and I literally said, okay, Trace, I'm in. And she kind of, on the phone, she's like, in for what? I said, I want to be a consultant. And it kind of floored her, because she never really talked to me about being a consultant. I just loved the products. And I thought it would be something that I could make money at and pay. My goal was to pay off my student loans, because I was in the hole with those. And I figured that would help us out. So I ordered we had 3 kits at the time. We still have 3 kits. We had 3 kits, and I went for the middle-sized one, and it had the Reverse in it. So I was getting my regimen that I wanted to try anyway. So that way I was going to get to try that, and there were other products in it that I was going to try as well. Within 8 weeks, I was down to just a mineral powder to cover up what was left. And as you can see now, I don't have any foundation on. I don't have any of that. I don't wear any of that anymore. I'm lucky. I get up in the morning and I put mascara on, I put eyeliner on, and I put some bronzer on. That's what I do. And this is a 53-year-old face, you guys. So I have been in the business for a little over 3.5 years now. I don't know if y'all have heard of it. I know when I heard of it, I had no clue who they were. Tracy told me it was Rodan and Fields, and I said I'd never heard of it. I went to the grocery store, to the drugstore to get stuff. I didn't do high-end stuff. I'd seen the stuff at the mall that's behind the counter there, Clinique and I can't even think of the other ones that are there. But those were high-end, and I never really did that. I always figured it was just something simple. You wash your stuff off, and you make sure your face is clean, and sometimes you use a toner or a mask. So Rodan and Fields, what's Rodan and Fields? She said to me, she goes, do you know Proactiv? And I said, well, yeah, I've heard of Proactiv. Now, I've never had to use it because I didn't have an acne issue. She said, well, those are the doctors that developed this line, Rodan and Fields. Dr. Rodan and Dr. Fields. I said, well, that's cool. I didn't realize, where it had come from. So I did my research, and I became a consultant 3 years ago, this past July. And I love it. I love the products. I love what they stand for. These 2 doctors are still in practice today. They still see patients on a regular basis. Now, it might take you 1.5 to 2 years to get an appointment, but they decided a long time ago that teen acne was not the only issue out there. There are people that have other issues, like sensitive skin, like sun damage, like adult acne, and one other one, and just sensitive skin. I said that already, though. So in the coming weeks, I'm going to talk to you all one regimen at a time and explain it, and some of the things that go along with it. But if you have any questions or any concerns, maybe you have a skin issue that you'd like to get some information on, just go into the comments and write a comment, and that'll be the next thing that I talk to you all about. It'll be that way I know which one to go with. Otherwise, I'll just pick one and we'll talk about it. I really do love these products. If I wasn't a consultant for them, I would still be using them because I have seen what they do for my face. I have seen what it does for some of my friends that are my customers, what it does for their face. My mom, she looks absolutely amazing. She has been doing reverse, and the eye cream she will not go without. So I would love to chit chat with y'all. I can't wait to share all these things with you. I've got some really cool things, really cool displays. So I hope you'll follow along on this journey with me as I still continue to step outside my comfort zone into these new areas. I was always Facebook persons, but now I'm doing the Instagram TV and the YouTube, and I think it's really cool. And I'm also going to be discussing some things that I'm trying. If I do a mascara and I like it, and I'm going to come and tell you all about it, or if a shampoo or whatever, because I'm doing Curly Girl. I don't know if you can see in here. I'm doing the Curly Girl method. I'm just about a week in, so we'll discuss that later too. I hope you guys continue to follow me on my journey, and I really appreciate all your support. Bye.